talking about my company. So I am starting my own ABA company, guys. Yay! And I want to kind of bring you guys along on this journey. I want to talk about it. I want to kind of document it because I think that's super fun. I want to look back and being like, wow, she had it together. She did amazing. She opened an amazing company and she's thriving. But yeah, also for information purposes, I've had to learn so much myself, and I just want to share. I want to share what all this is, how to do these things, because it is hard. It takes so much time to find all this information. So let's talk about it. So what you're gonna get from this video is what to start doing to start your company. So my very first step was to join all the Facebook groups. I find so much value in those. I find value in like the women-owned business Facebook groups, in the ABA business groups, just to learn from those kind of mini mentor sessions and kind of getting that advice, getting a feel for the information, getting immersed in it. So I started there. And then I reached out on one of Facebook asking for a mentor. So, you know, I need guidance, I need help, and I found somebody who's fantastic. She's linked me with another person that's been really great, and it's kind of opened up a network, has helped me with my policy and procedures and things like that. So reach out, find those mentors, is gonna be your first step, kind of talking about what to do and where to start. Now get your why. So why am I doing this? What am I doing it for? You know, what is my end goal? Work on your business plan. You can go on Google and you can find like business plan templates, things like that. So get your business plan together, understand your service model, understand your funding, how you are going to, you know, do all that. I can make a video separate that talks about your business plan and how to put that together. But basically you're gonna want that put together and kind of sit on it, marinate on your ideas, you know, figure out what makes you a different provider from the other providers in your area. So that way when you're working with these mentors and they ask these questions, you're prepared. You want to have your answers. You want to show up, be ready to have it together, okay? The thing I did is got the support from my family and talked about it and, you know, decided that, you know, now's the right time to make this move. So making that move and starting the official licensing part of it, the government part of it, legal part of it. So I ended up doing an LLC. Some people might do a sole proprietor. If you have partners, you know, there are other ways you could go. LLC is going to be your most common to protect yourself. Kind of the overview of an LLC is it separates your business and you as like a personal entity, business entity. So I went that route for legal purposes and for taxes and all that stuff. So you get your LLC. In my state, you just apply online, you pay $95, and then you go, once you get that approved, you go and get your employee identification number. This will help with your taxes, filing for a bank account, all of that jazz. Okay, so you've got your mentors, you've got your business plan, you've got your actual company made, you got your company name. Up next for me is the funding. So how am I going to pay for this? How am I going to pay for a new computer if I need a new computer? How am I going to pay for all these, you know, licenses and stuff and, you know, fees and taxes and all that jazz? So for me, I have savings and I have a business credit card. Now, don't open a business credit card if you don't know how you're going to pay it off, because the debt on that card can still affect your personal, even though you're separated if you go in the LLC route. Found that out through Google. So if I'm wrong, sorry. So figure out your funding, figure out how you're gonna pay for this, figure out how you're gonna get credentialized. So another thing that I learned is if you are credentialized through your organization, so your company, that is theirs essentially. So the way it all works through the insurance companies is you are credentialized through that company. It's not to you. That was a big thing that took me a while to research and figure out. So once you step away from your current company and start your own, if that's the route you've gone, you have to get re-credentialized. And that takes many months, guys. We're talking 6 to 9 months right now. So you're gonna wanna start that right in the beginning. And it's expensive if you pay for someone to do it. So personally, I decided to go the route of having someone do it for me because it's very confusing. It's very hard from my perspective, and it's not something I want to mess up, because the way I see it, if I mess up now on this paperwork, it's going to take a month to fix it, because insurance back and forth emails, me trying to figure out what to do, all of that stuff. It's going to take a while to fix it. So, I get it fixed, send the paperwork in, now we're delayed from, starting my company, all that. Because that's what I'm waiting on, is getting all that done. So, credentialize, figure out how to pay for it, figure out how to do it. I don't have a clue. I would love to make a video on how to do it, but I don't know. I'm going to work on figuring it out one day, I'm sure. But get credentialized, figure out your funding. So are you going to be billing what insurances? Are you going to be doing private pay? Figure out how you're going to set that up. That can be all part of your business plan, your business model. And also with credentializing, another thing is you have to have insurance. So for me to work with a company, and you're going to want to get insurance in general, but you're going to want to look into general liability insurance is what I found. And you have to, in my state, have no income under $1 million. So for me, since I don't have much like asset wise, I just have like my computer, my home office, I'm going to be going in home. So there's not too much to cover. So my cost for general liability insurance is a little under $300 a year. So around like $22 a month is what my insurance guy said I would have. But I also was able to like bundle that with my other insurances, which was nice. So look into that, figure out what's gonna work for you. But next is figuring out how you're gonna get your clients. So this is kind of the big question. This is kind of where I'm at, is I'm in the process of having somebody make a website for me. I'm very excited about it. I think it's gonna be amazing. I tried doing like a website building myself through like Wix, and I also looked at WordPress, I believe. It's really hard. It's very complicated. It's not something that I have the best skills in. I have some ability to, navigate it and have some graphic design ability, but not anything where I feel I could present myself in a professional, put together manner. Instead, I'm gonna delegate my skills and time to other areas of my business, and that's something I'm going to outsource. So again, that's very expensive. Like for me, for my website, it's going to cost around $2,000 to have custom made. Who's paying for that? How are you paying for that? So figuring out your clients, figuring out your target demographic, figuring out your perfect family, stuff like that, advertising, and then once you get credentialized and you're able to bill insurances, starting that client intake process, at this point you'd want to have your policies, procedures, all your documents, all your materials together, being able to administer those, BB maps, things like that. Make sure you're ready for all that, ready for day one to start, having your start date of services figured out. And again, that's probably going to depend on your credentializing and how long that takes. You gotta be able to bill for it. So keep that in mind as well. Figuring out how you're going to market yourself. Again, another business plan thing. For me, I think a big part of that is going to be my website, and then ads, getting out there, meeting pediatricians, meeting with people out in the community, doing like community events, flyers. I want to get a magnet for my car, so I think that would be cool. So when people drive by or walking by my house, they can see that advertisement. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I hope this is helpful. So I'm going to be making a video about my company and, my mission, goals, values, procedures, all that fun stuff with you guys. Take you along on this little journey. It's going to be so fun. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, so that